What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 4 of Bite Size Guitar. If you like the material that I've been putting out, go ahead and make me happy. Hit that subscribe button. And if you have any particular techniques or topics you want me to cover, leave me a comment because I'd love to look at those sort of things. Today might be a little bit of a long one. I'm going to be showing you guys an exercise that I like to call Trills from Hell. And the reason that I call it that is when I first learned this exercise, it gave me hell. And so hopefully it gives you hell too. And through that we can discover some weaknesses with your hammer-ons and pull-offs and work through those to become better players. So I'm going to demonstrate it. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk a little bit about why I think it's important and then some practice applications to get the most out of this exercise. So here we go. So there's a lot of notes there, so let's break this down. In this particular exercise, we're just going to be looking at one string, and each one of our fingers is going to have a corresponding fret on that string. So on the E string, our first finger is going to be on 5th fret, second finger will be on 6th fret, third finger will be on 7th, and fourth finger is going to be on the 8th fret. Now this trilling exercise basically encompasses all of the possible finger combinations of trills that we can have within a 4-fret space. So let's look at the first half of this exercise. We're going to be doing a trill with fingers 1 and 2 to start, then 1 and 3, then 1 and 4, and then 1 and 3. So after that, we're going to move on to the next half of the exercise, which is fingers 2 and 3, fingers 2 and 4, fingers 3 and 4, and then finally 2 and 4 again, to the end of the exercise. A couple of notes about how to make this exercise a little bit easier. If you're doing a finger that is not your first finger as your bass finger, the one that's getting trilled down to, I recommend that you keep the other fingers behind it to kind of keep that finger planted in place, as opposed to just leaving it out like this. So if I'm doing a trill on 2 and 4, my first finger isn't out like this. I bring my first finger in for a little bit more stability. And same thing if I'm trilling 3 and 4, I have my first 2 fingers down as well. Now before you try to play the entirety of this exercise, I would recommend that you go through each one of the finger pairs and try to find the ones that are the hardest. For a lot of people, trills like 1 and 3 or 1 and 4 are going to be much easier than the other ones because of things like pentatonic scales. But trills like 2 and 3 or 2 and 4 are going to be much more difficult. And the ones that are more difficult are the ones we need to spend more time with. The things that we're bad at are the things that we need to give the most attention to. Another note about this is this exercise requires very quick motions, very quick and accurate motions. What it doesn't require is pretty much any finger strength. Trying to push down too hard and muscle through this exercise is just going to result in extra tension in the hand and in the wrist. So try to do this with the least amount of effort possible. I've seen videos on YouTube where there's demonstrations of exercises called like finger gym or finger strength, and it kind of gives an impression to the viewers out there that finger strength is very important to guitar playing. But there's very few techniques in guitar playing that actually require a lot of strength, with the exception of like bending. If you want to bend up a major third, yeah, that's going to require some serious strength in your wrist and your fingers. But for most techniques, all you really need are very accurate and relaxed motions. Relaxation is the key to playing quick anything. So as you're going through these ones, find the trills that are most difficult and isolate them and practice them in a relaxed and accurate manner. One way you can approach this is alternating between a slow tempo and a fast tempo. So I might do it with 8th notes, alternating with either 16th, 4 notes per beat, or 32nd notes, 8 notes per beat. So if I were to demonstrate that alternating between 8ths and 16ths, it would sound like this. it's really important to have relaxed hands and accurate motions. So spend more time developing that at a slow speed than at a fast speed. I can't really stress this enough. The trick to playing fast is nailing it slow. If you can't nail something slow, then there's no need to speed it up. You need to spend more time developing your technique at a slow speed. So before you try playing this whole exercise, identify the trills, that are more difficult than the others, focus on those, and then try to put them back into the context of the whole exercise. One more note about this exercise is, the reason I think it's really important is because it's encompassed within the fret distance of 4 frets. And we have our box-shaped major and minor scales, which are always encompassed within 4 frets as well. So if we look at our C major scale from 8th fret, it never exceeds 4 frets. So within the context of our diatonic box shapes, this exercise will drastically improve our ability to play legato through those. Now when we're looking at 3-note per string scales like this, now the ball game's changed up a little bit, and now we're encompassing 5 frets. And if we're looking at pentatonics with 3-note per strings, it gets even worse with shapes like this. Now we're encompassing 6 frets. So we would need some different exercises to look at those. But this exercise is crucial to developing all of our legato between each one of our fingers within the context of just 4 frets. And you can take this as far or as little as you want it. You can take this all over the neck. You can take it all the way down here. You can take it all the way up here. You should play it on any of the strings. So start off in one position, and once you feel comfortable with that, take it all over the place. Like I said, this exercise, you can get so much mileage out of it. It will really drastically improve your ability to play legato, hammer-ons and pull-offs between all of your fingers. So if you enjoyed this exercise, give me a comment or give me a subscription. Make me happy. And if you want to see some more, I'm on Instagram, 60-second guitar lessons. And I might follow this up with a video about the exact mechanics of the hammer-ons and pull-offs. But like I said, if I did that, this video would go 20 minutes long. So until next time, take care, be well.